Who is that?
All right, guys. So I'm gonna get started. It's the 13th, April 13th, 2014. Welcome to our weekly Team Perseverance team call. My name is Dave Atkins. I'm your upline Star Diamond coach and founder of Team Perseverance. We have a couple new people on the call. Most of you guys know who I am. Married to my wife, Kristen, who's also a Diamond coach. We're building this amazing business. Yesterday was Super Saturday, and I just love having live events and seeing everybody and having a great lunch after. But I am even more excited because in 2 months, we're going to be at Summit. 2 months and 6 days. I mean, I'm totally pumped. I mean, and after you go, you just can't wait for the next year. So we are so close. It's going to be like Super Saturday is going to be equivalent to like what you do in your sleep at Summit. So I'm really excited. So right to get started, I'm going to get right into some announcements right away. First and foremost, stuff from Super Saturday. The T25, I'm going right down the list here. T25 Challenge Pack, as some of you guys know, is $180. That's the big sale this month. And guys, the Challenge Pack, it is the best deal. You're getting the program, and you're getting Shakeology, and you're getting free shipping, and you're getting a free month of the club membership. And with the club membership, when somebody orders a challenge pack, they get that welcome email. And in there, there's a link to activate their club membership and to get their free meal planner, which basically gives them a grocery list when they plug in what they need, what they want to eat. I mean, it makes it real simple. It's a free tool. So make sure you're sharing that with the challenge packs. And the way I word it sometimes is that if T25 is normally $125 or $120 and the challenge pack is $180, you're basically getting Shakeology for $60, which is less than half off. Or you can say it the other way around, where you're getting Shakeology, you're paying like $120 something, then you're getting T25 for 50% off. So I mean, it's just the best deal is the challenge pack. Is definitely the way to go. I'm just gonna make sure everybody's muted on here. So if you can, just make sure you guys mute your lines, because I know we've gotten background noise, so I'm just muting everybody. I can only mute so many. So, but anyway, next, Brazilian butt lift that I know my wife is starting tomorrow. That is going to be $140. That challenge pack. That's even a better deal. So you're basically getting Brazilian butt lift if they buy Shakeology for like $20. So if you have somebody that just wants to buy Shakeology from you, you should say, hey, why not get a program even if you're not going to do it? Get Brazilian butt lift. Maybe down the road you use it. It's $20. You're saving a good amount of money. Just a way to help you get a challenge pack and help you get some Success Club points. Our challenge group for April starts tomorrow. And my key points are this. You are all coaches now, even if you're a support coach. All right? And I always say the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. So lead by example and do not miss days. Do not post your sweaty pics. Do not just post your sweaty pic and don't check into the following day. Go in there, click on like, comment, help our other coaches challengers. That's what we're about. We're a team. We're here to help people first. So don't be an in and out person. I know we all are busy, but we all have smartphones. It takes 2 seconds to pop in and scroll the news feed and put a comment here or two. Believe me, it goes a long way. I've heard it before. Just think of where you were when you first started and how nice it is to get people to help and motivate you, and that's what gives us what we have, what other people can't offer. So make sure you're involved with the challenge groups, and make sure you got your welcome introductory videos up. If you didn't do it tonight. If you're not doing it, your people aren't going to do it. And also, if you're not working out and exercising, your people aren't going to work out and exercise. So that's just my 2 cents with the challenge groups. Next. 2 things I want to talk about. Number one is I put a video up earlier this week, and I want to stress this. Those of you that were coaches in the March Challenge group, and more specifically, those of you that were coaches in the March Challenge group who had challengers in the challenge group, do not, and please, I'm begging you, and I'm talking from experience, do not label somebody that you feel didn't do that well in a challenge group or somebody that did not post too much as somebody that you're not going to go into our coach page and open up that file and I have that email message you send to prospective coaches and not send that to them because you feel they're not going to be a good coach. I have been wrong probably 24 times with people that I thought would not be good coaches, and they come on, or maybe my coaches will have people and I'm not sure if they'll be good coaches, and they've come on, they're doing very well in the business, or vice versa. I've had many people, I'm like, this person's going to be a rock star and they're going to be great. They're in the group, they're posting every day. And guess what? After a week, I've never heard from them again. So you do not know what somebody's going to be. And the thing that we have that nobody else has, like at the end of the day, we don't want to just have people that are discount coaches. But guys, this is what we have to offer. When we plug people in our coach page, the thing that we have is we have belief. We have all of us talking about, I hit Success Club, you hit Success Club, oh my God, I advanced in rank, oh my God, I made $100 in a check. We have people welcoming people on and on and on. And trust me when I tell you, when you put somebody in that and you put them in that environment, that's going to fire them up a little bit and go, what is this about? If this person could do it, I could do it. Oh my God, that person became a coach. They were in my challenge group. They just made $100. They just made Success Club. What is this cruise about? It's all about belief. Okay, and if you don't give them an opportunity to be in there, you may have a diamond in the rough that you don't even know about because you're saying, I'm not going to send that message to them. Or you send that message and you don't hear from them, so you don't follow up. Well, I always say the fortune is in the follow-up, and that comes with people that you're trying to get in challenge groups, and that comes with people as coaches, okay? So you need to follow up and find out. I'm closing down probably tonight my challenge group tonight. So you know, I had out of my 3 or 4 challenges, I think 3 are signing up. And let me tell you, right, perfect example, the one I thought would be an absolute dead-on sign-up is not signing up. So right there, this is my case in point. So make sure you are inviting everybody. And if you're having objections, go up to your sponsor, post them on the coach page. We're all here to help you. Okay, so that's with that. Next, one thing I took away from Super Saturday that I really realize I think we as a team can do a lot better at is we need to be getting our people, including you, to post your results to the beachbodychallenge.com website with the chance so you can maybe win $500. Every day they pick a $500 daily winner, a $1,000 monthly winner, a $25,000 quarterly winner by age group again, by age group. And then it's a $100,000 Beachbody Challenge grand prize winner. You can submit your results every month. It's not just a one-time deal. So don't think that if you just submitted once and you didn't win, you can't do it again. Well, I can tell you, I'm going to admit, me as the leader of the team, I'll take responsibility for this. I've been a total failure with this. I haven't shared this with you guys. But in Super Saturday, part of the video was talking about how many people, you know, are winning the Beachbody Challenge and how many people's coaches have won and their customers have won and their coaches. And, you know, there was one story that top coach Wayne Wyatt had one of his coaches won the Beachbody Challenge, winner for $500. Then like one of his customers won $1,000. Then that person signed up his dad and that dad won $25,000 at Summit. You know, we really got to make sure. I know in the welcome message we put it in there. Make sure you enter your results at beachbodychallenge.com. But make sure you, even you as a person, make sure you're doing it. And we got to do better at getting our people on it. Next, the next Super Saturday, I'm going to say it now, is the Saturday after Summit. It's June 28th. So mark it in the calendar. Okay, it gets very. I'll admit when I'm telling people all the way up to it's June 28th, and the day before, oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to get a babysitter. Like it's a couple months out. June 28th. Mark the date. You want to make live events. The top 10 coaches in the company, every one of them said when they went to a live event, that's when they realized they're part of something much bigger, and that's when you really realize what this opportunity is about. To think that you think you know, sitting at home at this as being a home-based business, even with the motivation in our challenge groups, you're selling yourself short. I'm telling you right now, you're selling yourself short. You want to make live events. Right before that is Summit. I know we're going to have well over a dozen to a dozen and a half coaches on our team are going to be there. Some of you are on this call. We're going to have a blast. And with Summit, just so you guys know, probably in late May or early June, or we'll find a day, maybe on a Monday night or Tuesday night, I will host a webinar like this, and we'll talk about Summit, what to expect, what you need to pack, you know, food, how the meals work, what are the events are like, how do the workshops work, the workouts, Q&A. So we are gonna do that. So don't feel like you're gonna be like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like when I first went to Summit, I was clueless. And for the new coaches, Summit is the one event a year that's in Vegas that basically thousands of coaches come together with the trainers. There's training, there's workshops, there's recognition, there's stories. It's just an amazing event. With that, I'm just going down. I am going to get into I'm going to get into Recognition and Success Club first, who hit Success Club in March based on the doc, and then I'm going to get into a question that came up on the coach page. So let me just get into Recognition for our team. So just bear with me as I pull it up for last week. Bear with me. My computer doesn't. There we go. Come on. Sorry for the silence, guys. I'm just pulling everything up. So I'm going to start right off. Last week was a very big week. So I'm going to get into the 100 club and the 200 club for last week. 100, 200, and go up from there. Excuse me. So just bear with me. I don't know why it's taking a while here. But that's 4378. Oh, wrong one. 4378. What happened? All right, that's that. I think this is this. Sorry, team. Sorry about that. All right, so the 100 club. With 100 team volume points or more, we have Kula Palungos at 180. We have Christine Halderman at 145. We have Brian Laupsher at 105. We have Chris Laupsher at 190. Rosanna Bergio at 145. Dan Wish at 180. Danielle Wortman at 180. Yola Atkins, ADK, not related to me, 115. Kerry Seidel, 180. Maureen Garrett, 110. Aileen Gallagher, 180. Michelle Rizzo, 145. Teresa May, 145. Denise Brobson, 135. Mandy Sim, 125. Victoria Shankoff, 180. Guys, great week. Marie Durancy, 180. Emily Michalak, 165. Joshua Mopfer, 130. Kelly Christian at 180. Timothy Christian, 180. And Maria Peterson, 180. Oh, and Tracy Marks at 100. So congratulations, all of you, on the 100 club. In the 200 club, we had Jennifer Holdman. Great to go, Jen, at 270. We had Jenny Hall at 215. We had it's funny, we had myself at my second business center. I had 200 for my second business center. Elizabeth Mullenbrook, Liz, at 235. Kimberly Robb at 240, who's a Spartan, who ran the Spartan race yesterday. Leanna Walker at 245. Karen Shepard at 270. So great job, all of you, at the 200 club. In the 300 club, we have Sharice Nolson, who we all can see today, at 325. Who else do we have in the 300 club? Michelle Della Sala, my sister-in-law, who's currently in the car driving 12 hours to Myrtle Beach with her 2 little kids. Craziness. 330. Great job, Michelle. Melissa Prasad at 360. Jean Marie Cregan, 345. And let's see if we have anybody else. I think that's it for the 300 club. In the 400 club, we had, let's see, any 400. Nope, I don't see anybody. 490. Gina Strico, 490. I know she's on the call. Way to go, Gina, at 490 team volume points. And I think that's it for the 400. So let's see. I think the winners this week are in 500. It's damn close. So let's see. 510 on the call is Shanna Carlucci. And at 540 team volume points for the week is Rhonda McKierney, and she is the winner for Team Perseverance for the week. So good job, Rhonda, at 500 and, what did I say, 40 team volume points. That is just awesome, awesome work. And to keep myself accountable on my main business center, I was at 975. So guys, great week with the volume. It was amazing. And with that, I want to just get right into the next thing, which is Success Club recognition. For those that put your name on the dock for hitting Success Club in March, just to give you a shout out, we had Sharice Nolson at 6 points, Janelle Campo at 5 points, Denise Bropson at 6 points, Maria Peterson at 5 points, Kristen Atkins at 7 points, Gina Strico at 6 points, Michelle Della Sala at 10 points, Shanna Carlucci at 21 points, Rosanna Bergio at 9 points, Jenny Hall at 8 points, Jean Marie Cregan at 6 points, Jen Holman at 9 points, and myself, I had 8 points for the month of March. Guys, like I said last week, success leaves clues. And if you notice something, for those of you that have been on the call week after week, there's a lot of the same familiar names that I keep giving recognition to with Volume and Success Club. So these are the coaches that, make sure you're seeing what they're doing on Facebook. Make sure you're seeing what they're doing on the coaches page. We all are here to learn from each other, but success leaves clues, and a lot of these names are repetition. We have a lot of leaders in the group, and that's just absolutely, absolutely amazing. So before I get into tonight's topic and going over the objection that I got some messages even on the coach page. How do you handle when people say, oh, you're in a pyramid scheme? Before I do that, are there any questions with anybody? Just anybody, raise your hand if you have a question. Hold on, my wife. Yes.
It's not a question. I just wanted to point out that my brand new coach, Kat, made Success Club. She did not post in the doc, but she hit Success Club in her first 4 days as a coach.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's all
awesome.
shy. She's all embarrassed.
Making me blush.
She did awesome. She has 3 people in our group starting tomorrow. That's awesome.
And they're stoked about it. It's funny because all of them went shopping and they're freaking out because they're so excited. So
Good. That's awesome.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Good job, Kat.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. So what I'm going to do, tonight's main topic is about the Super Saturday video. Had 3 of our elite coaches talk about attracting people and connecting with people and engaging. So I'm literally going to stream that video because there's some on here that were not at Super Saturday. And I had some people that were at it and were like, oh my God, I wish I took some notes. I realized after, I wish I did that. The whole video is going to be in the back office, but I thought it's a great time to play that video before it goes out and just to have it on the call to hear. I got some great takeaways from it, so we're going to do that. But first, I'm going to address this issue with the pyramid scheme. And let me tell you, if there's anybody that had the chop busting with the pyramid scheme, it was definitely myself in the police department when I first started with the guys and the other troopers. I got excuse my language, balls busted. I was involved in a pyramid scheme. So I'm going to go over some bullet points. You may want to, actually, I would write them down if any of you ever have this objection so you can deal with it. I would take some good notes about this and so we can go forward and you can address this. I mean, the easiest answer I can tell you right now, the easiest answer I can say before the bullet points is this whole country is formed like a pyramid. From the President of the United States down, any corporation from a CEO down, my state police, you have the superintendent to the first deputy superintendents to our colonels to captains to lieutenants where I'm at. Below me, I have the sergeants. Below them, I have the troopers. So, guys, the whole world is shaped like a pyramid. So these are my 7 points, okay? Number 1, pyramid schemes or pyramids are illegal. That's number 1. They're illegal, and there's no way a Fortune 500 company or a company now that Team Beachbody is going to have over $1 billion in revenue that the IRS would allow Beachbody to continue if it was a pyramid scheme. All right, that's number 1. So what I usually do, and before I get to point 2, is when people say, "Oh yeah, that's a pyramid scheme," I ask them, "Well, why don't you tell me what is a pyramid scheme?" Oh, you know that thing when the person on top and everybody makes money below? Oh, yeah, so tell me about it. How do you know that? Why do you say it's a pyramid scheme? You know they're illegal? 99% of the time, people don't really know what a pyramid scheme is. That's just them busting your chops to see what your response is. So when people ask me now, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, I go, oh, yeah, what is a pyramid scheme? Why don't you explain to me what a pyramid scheme is? And then I go over these 6 points, and they end up looking like the fools in the end. In the beginning, I used to cower and cringe, didn't know how to answer it because it's a network marketing company, but now I always throw it right back at them. So I beg for people to come at me with the pyramid scheme. So number 1, it's illegal. Number 2, none of your coach fees go towards your upline like a pyramid would, a pyramid scheme would. Your $15 a month to be a coach does not go towards me or your sponsor or anybody else. And in a pyramid scheme, you pay money, and then it goes to the person at the top. They collect the money, and they leave. Your fees are for the fact that you don't have to collect product. You have 3 websites in 2 languages, okay? You have free Success on Demand in the back office. You have a Coach Online office. You don't have to carry inventory. That's what your fees are for. In a pyramid scheme, your money goes towards the person up top. But that's not the case here. You're paying for a business. So that's number 2. Number 3 is you can pass your upline and do better than them. You can't do this in a pyramid. In a pyramid scheme, you will not pass the guy on the top. You need to wait for him to finish and get paid out. And then from there, then you'll make the money when you get to the top. In this business, it doesn't work like that. You guys can outrank me. Even though I'm in 3-star qualification, you guys can outrank me. If your coaches blow up the business and become diamonds, you can go further than me, even though I'm higher than you in your upline. And the main reason that is, guys, is because for those of you that know, with the team cycle bonus, you got to have at least 100 volume points coming from one leg. So every $300 or 300 team volume points, you can make a team cycle bonus once. For an Emerald coach, it's $14. Well, if at least 100 has to come from one leg, well, I can tell you right now, if you are in my left leg, for example, then everybody in your left leg and right leg is still in my left leg. Let me repeat that. If you are in my left leg, then everybody in your left leg and right leg is still in my left leg because you're on my left. So therefore, you will benefit in different ways than I benefit because your right leg and left leg are different than my left. I don't want to get into the mumble jumble of it, but the point I'm trying to make is you can pass your upline. It's that simple. You cannot do that in a pyramid. So that's point number 3. You can pass your upline. You can't do that in a pyramid scheme, okay? Number 4, pyramid schemes do not sell products. They don't. It's cash in, you cash out. It's all about waiting till you get to the top. There is no products. With this company, you all know we sell a lot of products. There's products attached to this business. In pyramid schemes, there are no products, okay? Number 5, which I started off with, is every organization in this country is structured as a pyramid. It's the quote-unquote scheme that's illegal, and that does not apply here in Team Beachbody, okay? Number 6, and this just applied to me about 3 weeks ago. Once you do well enough in the business, you can open up a second business center, meaning you can sponsor yourself as a coach. So I was able to open up and sponsor myself. So I have another coach business center, another David Atkins business center that I can now build that business center as well. You cannot do this in a pyramid scheme. You go in once, you wait till you get to the top. Okay, that's number 6. And number 7, last but not least, is you can make money many other ways in this business than just what your team does, your team production. You can make money through resale. You can make some money through Shakeology sales, make money through Success Club, make money through club memberships. A pyramid scheme has none of this. Zero, zilch. It's cash in, cash out. All right? So those are my 7 main points with that. Guys, when people throw that at you and say it's a pyramid scheme, I'm going to be honest, it's a bunch of garbage, and they do not know what they're talking about. So my best advice is ask them, why don't you tell me what a pyramid scheme is? And if they still give you a battle, take these 7 points and lay it out to them. Your posture is going to determine if somebody is going to be able to try to question you, and they're testing you. And that's what I've learned. And now I never hear it anymore. A lot of times I think we generate that objection. I haven't heard that for myself in probably 2 years. But for some reason, when I first became a coach, I felt like it was daily. But I don't hear about it anymore. But I wanted to address that. So does anybody have any questions regarding that? or specific that people said things you didn't know how to answer that you want me to answer? Anybody? Just kind of raise your hand. No? Okay. So what I'm going to do now, everybody, is I am going to start the video from Super Saturday. So make sure you have a pen and paper available, and we're going to get right into that video about with some of the information to help you with your inviting process. Okay, I think it may be about 15 minutes. Have your pen and paper, and then we'll recap at the end. So hold on one second. I just want to bring that video up, and we'll go from there. So just hold on one second. I just want to get it started at the right point. Okay, hold on here.
$50,000 new coaches in the first 3 months of the year.
That's incredible. And you know, with all of these new coaches, we thought that it would be a great idea to concentrate this Super Saturday on our first vital behavior, inviting. And today we're going to go a little deeper. As you develop your team of customers and coaches, you want to be enrolling people who will be successful and productive.
You know, you're right, Jeff. I mean, just signing up people, that doesn't really get you anywhere if they're not going to be productive. And to get productive coaches and customers, inviting has to be more than just firing off a few emails or posting that you're going to start a challenge group. Inviting is more than an activity. It's a process.
Well, it's a process, and that process really boils down to 3 parts: attracting, connecting, and engaging. You need to always be attracting new people. Then you need to connect those people to a solution that will get them the results that they're after. And finally, you need to keep them engaged after they get their results, because it's those results are what is going to build their belief system in what Beachbody can do, and it will make them natural advocates and likely future productive coaches.
Well, we're lucky to have 3 great coaches. Melanie Mitro, Amber Scott, and Lindsay Catarino join us on today's Super Saturday. They're going to share the success that they've had with attracting, connecting, and engaging. Let's take a look.
As a Beachbody coach, there are so many directions that you can go with your business. There's a plethora of avenues you can master. It is easy to become overwhelmed with Facebook, Instagram, websites, blogs, YouTube, shake and share events, and fit clubs. You want to do them all, but whenever we spread ourselves too thin, we can't do anything really well. That is the key to building a business with credibility and noteworthy content. It is finding your niche, developing your brand, and growing that brand in one area until you're an expert. Then exploring other avenues along the way. So let me just give you some backstory on myself. You only see me right now, but what you don't know is where I was 3 years ago. I was not at my weight loss goal. I knew zilch about social media. I used Facebook to connect with my family and friends, and I had no idea what network marketing really was. I became a Beachbody coach because I wanted to help people. I have this passion for clean eating, and I taught myself how to plan my meals, and I really wanted to share that with other people. I found that the more recipes I shared, the more people started to follow me. The more I shared motivation for how they could live healthier lives and how truly easy it was, people began to ask me questions. I created this presence on Facebook around nutrition and healthy eating. I attracted other moms to my business who were struggling with the same post-baby weight loss, or how to make healthy meals for your kids that they would actually eat. So when I put out my challenge group invites, it wasn't awkward or uncomfortable because people trusted me and they knew what I was doing. I should also note that I am deathly afraid of randomly messaging people to invite them to join a challenge group. I have always, from day one, ran the complete opposite way when someone tries to sell me something. So that is first and foremost in my mind every time I have a conversation with someone. I always think to myself, how can I attract others to me so that I don't have to go out there and find them? My goal is to listen, to soak up what people are struggling with, and then to share with them how Beachbody programs, Shakeology, and challenge groups have totally changed my life. The more I shared the non-scripted details of my journey, the more emotionally connected people became to me. They let their guard down and trust form naturally. But if from the get-go, all you do is send people a link to your website, you've lost them. At that point, they just see a price and they make a decision before they have all the facts. They're not emotionally invested and there is no value added. Remember, people are purchasing a brand that is you, and the product is the added benefit. When you are creating a social media presence, think to yourself every single day, how can I post things of value and things that are eye-catching and informative so other people will engage in my page or will ask me for help and see me as the expert? I like to give people tips from the challenge group guides, the meal planners, such as you should aim to drink half your body weight in ounces of water each day so that they can begin to see me as a resource for fitness and health information. Don't force what is working for others onto yourself. Do what feels natural for your business and best represents you. How do you know what best represents you? Well, something that I do with my coaches is make a list of characteristics that define them. I ask, what makes you unique? What are your hobbies, your interests? Are you married, single, or dating? Do you love to ski, fish, hike, or shop? Are you motivated, driven, shy, outgoing? Are you a natural leader or follower? Then create the visual of that person in your mind that you want to attract, the person that is more like you. When you are writing your post and advertising for challenge groups, you want to write it as if you are speaking to that person. And without a doubt, you will draw those people to you. You will create a team of like-minded individuals who all push for a common goal. Setting the stage like this creates trust, it adds value, and it saves you from having to build that trust when somebody else approaches you. So be vocal. Don't hold back. Share your struggles, your triumphs. Ask for your followers' feedback. And the more you are real and paint the picture that we can all do this, the more relatable you will be.
Oftentimes, I see coaches do so much work to attract people to them, to find people, to seek them out, and then they fall apart during the conversation. If they knew how to really connect with the people they were trying to help, it could solve a lot of issues. Here are some of the things that I do to connect with people. My first piece of advice is not to rush. During the first interaction, it's crucial that you ask about them. I often ask what post they saw that made them reach out, what they are working on, or what made them hit send on the message today. You'd be surprised what people will say and how much insight it will give you into what they need from you. If you rush into talking about yourself or the business, you will miss this. You must ask questions. I ask questions about their likes and dislikes, their goals beyond the scale, what programs they have at home, limitations, struggles, support systems, and more. I want to know how they will feel when they reach their goals. I want to give them a chance to be heard and also to dream a little bit. Then you must listen. It doesn't work to ask questions just for the sake of asking them. You have to listen to the answers and think carefully in order to decide which solution is going to be the best fit for them. One important way to show that you are listening is to repeat back what they said to reiterate their goals. Another great way to connect is to share your story and be real. You're not perfect. Most coaches are not done with their transformation, and that's okay. People don't want someone who is perfect. They want someone they can relate to and gives them hope. Remember, you're not an expert. You're a friend, a mentor, a partner, and a leader. I tell my coaches all the time, you are not a brochure. If all they needed was information, they would just ask Google and make their decision without you. The most important thing that you can do while having a conversation is to consistently build value. I focus on what they get for being part of a challenge group, such as a private group on Facebook, their own challenge buddy, daily access to me, easy to follow meal plans, and simple fitness programs. I rely more on the benefits like support, accountability, education, and friendship. In many cases, you should put more emphasis on the benefits of the group that speak to what they need from the questions you ask them. For example, if I'm talking to someone and they tell me they have no support system at home, I'm going to talk more about the support that I can provide and the support the other members of the challenge group will provide to help them achieve their goals. Now, you've been connecting with people, building value, and asking questions, but the conversation goes silent. Don't take it personally. People get busy, conversations drop off. Life happens. The only way to prevent the dead conversation from happening is to set expectations from the start. If you send them a video to watch or questions to answer, let them know when you...
Hold on, is it skipping? All right, hold on. I'm going to try see. Hold on a sec.
Following up. You can simply say something like, here's the video I promised you. I'll follow. See you on Thursday to see what you thought. What's great about this is that it eases tension for everyone. You don't have to feel uncomfortable about following up and worrying that you're being pushy, and they know what your expectations are. If they can't meet those expectations, they'll let you know. They might tell you Thursday doesn't work for them, but Friday would be great. If you're past that point, don't be afraid to follow up. When you do follow up, do so with urgency, but continue to make it about them. I like to say things like, I'm holding your spot. Today is the last day to join us, and I didn't want you to miss out. This creates urgency without being rude. It forces them to give you an answer either way, which frees up your time to work with other potential challengers and coaches. Once you get to the point when someone has opted into your challenge, make sure you give clear direction. Many people get lost in the purchase process because it might be confusing or difficult for them. When giving direction, first reiterate their goals and explain why you're recommending this product and group. Make sure that instead of just giving them a link to your website and telling them what to buy, you give them a direct link to the product you recommended. Keep your message short, simple, and clear. And with building value once again by pointing out the most important benefits to them. I know this process can sound lengthy, but it's really not. Genuinely connecting with people is the best way to help them achieve their goals, and it's the fastest way for you to achieve yours.
As coaches, our goal is not to only get our customers to buy challenge packs, but more importantly, to see our clients and coaches through to success. We want Beachbody to become a part of their lifestyle way beyond the challenge group. As our mission states, our goal is for them to live healthy and fulfilling lives. And the key to seeing them over the finish line is continuing to follow up and engage them throughout the process. There are 3 stages that all coaches need to engage with their customers and follow up. I'm going to give you tips for each stage. The first stage is to keep them engaged during the challenge group. I first like to establish their why for starting this journey. And I get really specific and I help them dig really deep. The more this journey is tied to a why, the more committed they will be when things get challenging. I then talk about their new routine. When will they work out? Maybe what time of day or the days per week. Send them the challenge participant guide for review. Talk about throwing out those things in the pantry that will tempt them. And encourage them to tell their friends and family about their goals and their new routine so they can get the support from home that they need. Remember to always celebrate successes. Everyone needs a good success story to keep them pushing towards their goal. Give a lot of high fives. Share Beachbody transformation photos, as well as testimonials from your group. I like to have a daily theme. It gives them a starting point for every day's contribution. Encourage posting photos of their shake. Maybe share a favorite recipe, something they're thankful for that week, a motivational quote that's inspired them, or maybe a post-workout selfie. Oftentimes, if they are used to visiting for the daily or weekly topics, they will often post things like their challenges and their victories and use the group more actively. The second stage for following up is when they aren't participating or engaged in their challenge group. Early on in the group, if they're not participating, I text or message them and ask them if they have seen the group yet, if they know how to use it, if they wouldn't mind dropping in and saying hi, because we all want to share this journey with them. Be warm and inviting. Let them know that it's a safe space to post anything that comes to mind. If someone stops chiming in, often this is the first sign of falling off the wagon. The last stage, and probably the most important to note, is to keep them engaged once their challenge group has ended. After your customers have completed your challenge group, it's time for you to educate them on the next stages of their Beachbody journey. Here's how I like to keep people engaged in a group or continuing on Shakeology. We all know as coaches that Shakeology is a lifelong product and goes way beyond just the challenge group. I invite my challengers to stay on Home Direct by citing many of the long-term effects that I know Shakeology is having in my life and the life of my customers. I find that many people need to be reminded that Shakeology is not a weight loss product,
but a wellness product. Another way to keep people engaged with our products, if they haven't reached their goal yet, is to invite them into another group. Some of my best challengers have participated in multiple groups. The other option for getting people engaged in our products and the opportunity is recommending they become a Beachbody coach. The best coaches you will find will be in your challenge group. When I see someone who is leading by example and truly enjoying this process and journey, I write them privately and ask, have you ever considered doing what I do? I think you would be a natural. This is often a great way to segue into sharing more about the coaching opportunity. The next thing I like to do is share a tool. I like to send people to a live opportunity presentation or a recorded version of one. You can also use a video in the online office, like introducing Team Beachbody, so that they can understand a bit more about what coaching is all about. I find the best way to talk about coaching is over a one-on-one call. Tell them why you've been so inspired by their journey and contribution, and ask them what they loved most about the event they attended or the video they watched. Keep the dialogue open and answer their questions. Lead with heart. And if they feel inspired to coach too, you will know it from your call.
Those were great tips from.
All right, guys. So that I just want to share with everybody. Those 3 coaches, top coaches in the company. I took some takeaways from there. The big thing that I took away was about the law of attraction. I too hate inviting people just blindly, like just, so I'm always trying to build a relationship. But I would say that a lot of times that a lot of my Success Club points, a lot of my challengers have come through people that have reached out to me through the law of attraction. So you definitely want to take those notes and apply it and be consistent and create something of value so that you start attracting more people. So with that, I'm going to give one last 3-minute. Are there any questions? Anybody? Raise your hand. I know the people that are dialing in can't, but I'm going to end off with this. I played this short video from a movie, an inspirational. It's a 3-minute clip. We're going to end with that. This year's theme and the theme at Summit is never give up. Okay, so I'm going to play this clip. You guys at Super Saturday saw it. It's a speech from the movie, from the last Rocky, but it really, really hits home. And then we're going to end with that. So just stick around 3 minutes and then we'll finish up. So hold on 1 second. I'm going to go and I'm just going to share the screen again and get it. So we'll end with that because I think it makes a lot of important points. So bear with me here as I just get it. If you could stick with me for 2 more minutes, I would appreciate it. All right. Okay. Screen.
You know, living with you, it hasn't been easy. People see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is going to be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going on, kid.
Well, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself. And this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only going to end up bad for you, and it's going to end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
It's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm going to be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
You ain't gonna believe this, but you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
So, guys, the point there, and I hope to hit some of you guys, is, guys, do not let new coaches, you need to be here a year from now. That's number one thing I want to finish off with. Number two is do not let your family and your closest friends, who are going to be your worst critics, the toughest on you, stop you from being successful in this business. I had my hardest times with my friends and my family, and I still do to this day. Okay, we are sitting on a golden opportunity, so do not let the circumstances around your life dictate where you're going to go with this business. Live life by design. Do not live life by default. All right? Do not just let circumstances and people tell you you can't do it and fall into what 90% of society is. You can be very successful in this business. I trust and believe the opportunity that we are doing amazing things as a team. Trust and believe that we have people out there that need our help, and that we have an opportunity to help these people. You feel great. Share that with other people. Be here a year from now. Never, 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 ever give up, okay? Never let somebody stop you from obtaining the dreams that you want to obtain, because this is a golden opportunity, all right? So with that, have a great night. Keep pushing forward. Have a great new start of the challenge group. You guys all rock. I'm proud of each and every one of you, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.